Hey, this is the weekly astrology for September the 19th, 2016. We are about to enter into the autumnal equinox, which occurs at the same time as the sun enters into Libra on September 22nd. Libra, or Libra, is the sign of balance, so it is fitting that the equinox occurs at a time where there are equal parts dark and light. This is a turning point from which we begin to see the skies darken earlier each night as we creep towards the winter solstice and completely embrace the shortest day of the year forthcoming. And then we turn towards everything gets lighter from that point forward. On the same day, we will be relieved to see Mercury stationed direct after its long retrograde in Virgo. This has been an interesting retrograde, especially since Mercury rules Virgo. Like all retrogrades, this has allowed us to review our path and make necessary corrections. In this regard, we should review retrogrades not as something to run from and afraid, but rather step into them. Details matter, and in the end, this retrograde may bring those details right to our attention. In the middle of the week, Mercury will trine, easy aspect, Pluto, and we may discover something especially sordid and dark about something, unbeknownst to us all previously. Like, where's the money, Lebowski? This particular season is rich with astrological significance as Saturn, the planet of responsibility, squares, challenging, Neptune, the planet of illusion. Just as simple descriptive terms commonly used to identify those two planets sets the stage for what we are witnessing. It is no small irony that these two influential and slow-moving planets are front and center now. Plotting outer planets drive the narrative for generational shifts as they wield their influence over a longer span of time. Those changes are clearly evident in the pages of history books. When we glance backwards, we can see how their archetypal characteristics come fully into play. When we look at the current political circus, we see their presence clearly in the battle between responsibility and delusion. On one side of the fence, we see the hardened authority telling us what we must do in order to evolve responsibly. On the other hand, we have a self-absorbed, narcissistic, preaching isolationist. Logic would tell us that responsibility is the better path, but the power of illusion is overwhelming, especially if we are prone to fantasy, which we are. Listen each week to Turning of the Wheel podcast on iTunes. Great guests, interesting topics, things that are progressive and expansive, information that you can use. If you're interested in an astrology reading, write to me from my website. Hit the contact button and write to me, or call me, 978-393-1036. My websites are turningofthewheel.com and turningofthewheel.tv. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Twitter. God only knows where I am. I'm here as well. So anyway, do that and you'll be happy you had a reading. It's incredibly enlightening and helps you set the stage for where you're going in the future. I will talk to you all next week.